Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel eLearners. I am Gurpreet Kaur and I just hope you all are fine and healthy. So in this video I am going to discuss the writing module. As I have seen, this module has become the biggest hurdle for academics and as well as for the GT students. So I have tried my best to cover the tips and the format that how to frame your writing task 1 to get good bands. This video is special for the academic students. I will be posting the GT's writing task 1 in my next video very soon. So let's get started. Okay, so before starting with the writing module hints and tips, let's just have a look on the instructions of writing module. You need to know this before starting your writing task. So number 1 is you get 20 minutes to complete your task. Yes, it's true. You get total 1 hour to complete your writing module, but you get 20 minutes to complete your writing task 1. So the second instruction is 150 words minimum. Yes, you need to write at least 150 words in your writing task 1. Do not write less than 150 words as you will get penalized for that. Your bands can be deducted for this. So always write in the range of 150 words to 200 words. Next is 33% of your writing task. So writing task 1 gives you the 33% weightage of your marks in total. Writing task 1 is equally important. Do not underestimate the value of this, and it gives you 33% of the marks in total. So never judge this as unimportant, right? So next is evaluation criteria. So this is a criteria which is used by the evaluators to evaluate your writing task. On the basis of these 4 criteria, your writing task is checked and you are given band score on the basis of this. So first is task achievement. In task achievement, they check whether you have completed the task as per the instructions, like 150 range also comes under this category. That means you are doing your task according to the instructions. You have completed your task as per the instructions. That comes under the task achievement. Next is coherence and cohesion. Coherence means the content you are writing should be relevant, should be logical, and it should be understandable also. You are not allowed to write irrelevant content in the writing task. Your bands will be deducted if you are doing so. And cohesion means you are writing in the continuity. Your paragraphs are in equal length, and suppose for example if you are making one paragraph of 7 to 8 lines and you are making another paragraph for 15 to 14 lines, so there is no cohesion. That means your unit should be equal. You should write in cohesion. Okay, so next is vocabulary. Your bands are given on the basis of vocabulary also. How much different words are you using in your writing task 1? That also describes your band score. Then is the grammar. So grammar is always important. If your grammar is not correct, your band will be deducted. So in grammar, all the grammatical range, whether they are tenses, noun-pronouns, adverb, prepositions, and your punctuation marks, all these come under the category of grammar. And if you are not using grammar correctly, you will be penalized for it and your band score will be deducted for that. So always use good grammar and good range of vocabulary also to fetch good bands in your writing task 1. What type of questions do you get in your academic writing task 1? So they are bar graphs. You can see the example of this on your screen also. So in the bar graphs, they can be vertical, they can be horizontal. In this, data will be given to you and you have to describe that data in the form of summary of 150 words. As same, you will be given line graphs, diagrams, pie charts and tables, and there can be combination also, like if you are given a table, you can be given a pie chart with that. So these type of questions come in writing task 1 for academic students, and you have to write a summary of 150 words. That's it. Alright, so now let's just talk about the format and the tenses to be used in the writing task 1. First of all, format of writing task 1. So there are main 4 paragraphs to be written in the writing task 1. They are, number 1 is introduction, and the second and third are body paragraphs in which you will be writing the data which is given to you, and the last is overview. So in the introduction, you have to write that what is given to you, like whether it is a pie chart, it is a bar graph, or is it a line graph. So this, you need to mention this information in the introduction part. Plus you need to mention that the data which is given to you, is that given in the percentage or in the numbers or if you are given any other relevant information which you feel that it is important to mention in the introduction, you need to mention that. And the years, like which year is given, is it a past data or a present, or is it a future data given to you? So you need to mention that in the introduction paragraph. Then come to the body paragraph. Body paragraphs are made on the basis of the data given to you. Sometimes it happens that information provided to you is very less, so that can be done in just 2 body paragraphs. But if the data and the information provided to you is more and you think you are not able to adjust that in just 2 paragraphs, so make another one, that is BP3. After introduction, you will do body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. You will be making these 2 paragraphs to mention that information which is provided to you, or to elaborate the data which is given to you. So these 2 should be correct and precise. So never ever commit the silly mistakes in these paragraphs. They are the main paragraphs in the writing task 1. The last one is overview. Overview plays a very vital role in the writing task 1, and if you think that it is not important to write it, and suppose if in exam you are in a hurry and you are not writing it, your bands will be deducted, because writing an overview is very important in the writing task 1. Basically, in overview you need to mention the highest points and the lowest points, and if you think that the information which is really very important and it can describe the overview of the report, so you need to mention those points in the overview. So overview is really very important, and do not underestimate it. Always write your overview before starting with your writing task 2. Some people write the overview just below the introduction part. It is also correct, but I feel that if when you are writing BP1 and BP2, you just get the whole data and you get to know the lowest and highest points very easily, so it becomes very easy for you to write an overview. So my suggestion is to write the overview in the end, right? Okay, so now next is tenses to be used in writing task 1. So students get confused that which tense to be used while writing the writing task 1. So there is a proper criteria to decide that which tense is to be used. That is, when no dates are given, like sometimes the data is given to you but the dates or the years are not mentioned. So in that case you need to use the present tense. And if the data is given in the past date, like if the date is given 1980s, 1990, the date which has gone, so you need to write that summary or your report in the past tense. It happens that you are given the predictions, like if something has been forecasted and if some predictions are made, so that data is given to you in the writing task 1, so you need to write that summary or your report in the future tense, because the predictions and forecasting is always done for the future, so you need to use the future tense while writing your future data. Now last is when both dates, like if past and future are given together. Sometimes the questions comes like in which you are given the past data plus the future, because some predictions and forecasting is done on the basis of the past data. So in that case you need to handle that summary or your report by balancing the both tenses. So in that case you need to use both the tenses, that is past and future. Thing to remember in this is, when you are writing the past data, when you are talking about the past data, then always use the past tense, and when you are talking about the future data, which is a prediction or a forecast, always use the future tense. Do not mix the tenses, because it will confuse the examiner and ultimately your band will be deducted. So use the correct tenses when writing your writing task. Alright, so now let's just discuss one example of writing task 1. I have drawn a bar graph over here, in which the question is, the graph shows the percentage of part-time workers in each country of UK in the years 1980 and 2010. So the blue ones are for the 1980s and the black one are for the year 2010. Now we have to describe this information in 150 words to make a report of it. So let's just start with the introduction part, how to write the introduction of this. Alright, so I have got the introduction here. So in the introductory part, the one important step which you need to do is to paraphrase. Right, so paraphrasing means using the different words. Like if I have used workers here, and suppose if workers are given in the question, so I can use the word workforce or manpower, because these are synonyms of this word workers. That means using different words. If one word is given to you in the question, do not repeat that word in your answer. Always try to use a different word. So the paraphrasing is really very important in your whole task. So always try to use different words, as this comes under in the category of vocabulary. And let's just read it out. The bar graph shows the data of part-time workers in the 4 different countries of UK, namely England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. So I have mentioned these 4 countries in my introductory part. Now next line which I have written is the data is given in percentage. So this is the percentage we have. So I have mentioned this point. And if you have given some other information, like if you are given some specific currency or if you are given some specific years, so any other relevant information which is given to you, you always need to write that information in your introductory part, okay? And it is provided for the years 1980 and 2010. So the data which is given to us is of the years 1980 and 2010. All this we need to mention in our introductory part. So this was the introduction of this precise, simple and easiest. But the main step you need to do is the paraphrase. Words which are given to you in the question, do not copy that in your introductory part or in your writing task until and unless you have synonyms for that. Always use different words for that. Now what we have to do is BP1 and BP2, that is body paragraphs. So in body paragraphs you need to explain, first of all you need to divide the data. Like you need to decide that which data you are going to write in BP1 and which data you are going to write in the BP2. So just take, now we have 4 countries over here, England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. So we have 4 countries over here, just divide them and divide the data also. Like in BP1 you can explain England and Ireland, and in BP2 you can explain Scotland and Wales. So you have to explain the data of the England and Ireland in body paragraph 1 and as that of Scotland and Wales in body paragraph 2, and also make the relevant comparison wherever they are required. Make the comparisons of that. Always use connectors and comparisons when you are writing your body paragraphs. This will get you more bands. In the last we need to write the overview. We start overview with the word overall. So if I look overall, then I can see that England was having the highest number of people, part-time workers in both the years, and whereas Ireland was having the lesser number. So these two are the highest and lowest points according to my report. So what I have mentioned over here, that England had the highest percentage of manpower in both the years, whereas I have written this whereas, this is a connector, this is to make the comparison. So because on the one hand I'm talking about the highest percentage, on the other hand I'm going to talk about the lowest percentage. So you need to use these type of connectors to make the comparison of 2 things. So whereas Ireland was having the lowest number of workers in both 1980 and 2010. So in the overview I have used different words, like here I have used manpower or here I have used workers, right? Here I used both the years, I didn't mention the years. Now in this I am mentioning the years. So this was the overview of this report, and this is how you need to write this. And if you are given some other information, you can also write that into this. So that's all for today. So I have tried my best to solve your queries related to the writing task 1, and if still you have some of them, you can mention them in the comments, and also mail your queries to me on the mail ID which I have mentioned in the description box. So I hope you would have learned something today in this video, and we're bringing more content of IELTS on this platform. So stay tuned with my channel, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it as soon as possible.